Good evening to one and all. Today I want to give a seminar on search engine. Search engine means we know in the internet, if we type some keywords, the related material we can get in the internet, in the Google. If you type keywords, and the related information can be retrieved, and that too whatever we have retrieved is in the text model. But the improved version of this search engine, there is an image retrieval is also there. The meaning of the image retrieval is, if you give an image as a query, and if you ask one algorithm to retrieve the similar images from the database, and that algorithm has to retrieve the relevant images from the database. It is just like the text retrieval. We are retrieving the text material just by typing the keyword. Now I want to retrieve images by giving a keyword as a keyword one image. So for this there are two steps are needed in this concept. There should be one database. Database should consisting of large number of images, and in those images we have to retrieve the desired images. That is our aim. In order to retrieve the desired images, we have to give one image as a query image. Query image means, the purpose of giving the query image is we have to retrieve the similar images from the database. And there are many methods are there to retrieve the similar images, and one is the given query image is compared with every image in the database. If there is any similarity, that image will be retrieved. But here the comparison of one image with other image as it is, it takes a lot of time. That's why in digital image processing there is one concept known as image retrieval concept is there. In that concept, instead of comparing one image with another image, for every image the features are extracted. We know an image means, if you take a photograph of one scenery, that is one image, and in the image lot of features are there. The features may be, the boundary lines are the features, the straight lines are the features, isolated points are the features, curved lines are the features. So instead of comparing one image with another image, it takes a lot of time for comparison. For that purpose, instead of that, for every image we will extract the features. As I told you, the query image is there. For that query image I will extract the features, and those features generally maybe edge features, maybe isolated points, maybe curved lines, like these features are there. And a very simple method to compare one image with another image is by extracting from every image the edge features. So for the query image I will extract the edge features, and edge features extraction means, and it is nothing but a numerical value. So every image we are converting into a numerical value. So instead of comparing the image with the image, and I am going to compare a numerical value with another numerical value. Suppose a database is there, 100 images are there. For every image I will extract the features. So in the database, I will store all these 100 numbers. Now what I will do is, for a query image, in the similar way, I will extract these features, image features. Image features is nothing but edge features, and these are represented with some number. So now the query number, the query edge features represented by a number, that number is compared with the numbers which are there in the database instead of images. So comparing one number with another number is very easy. And that too, the entire process will not be done by the human being. This will be done by a by a computer. So computer will extract the features, and that will be converted into a number. Then this the query number compared with database numbers. In that process, there is one method to compare the query features with the database image features, that is similarity measurement. Similarity measurement means it is also known as distance measurement. The distance between one image and another image means it is not a physical distance, it is relative distance. How one image is relative to another image. So that is called distance measurement. That distance measurement can be done between two images. Between two images means not exactly between two images, and you have to represent image with some number, the another image with some other number, and between these two numbers you have to calculate the distance measurement. And distance measurement is nothing but it's one formula, and by substituting the image feature values, you will get some value, and that value, if you take in a scale 0 to 10, if it is 0, after calculating the distance between the two images, if we get 0 value, then both the images are exactly similar. If the distance after calculation, if its value is 1, then they are slightly different. If it is 2, a little more different. Like that, as the distance value goes on increases, the difference is also going on increases. And there are many number of distance measurement formulas are there, and these we have to, by trial and error method, we have to use all formulas for calculation of these distances. And after calculating the distances by using the different formulas, and finally you have to, by observing the result, you have to select the best distance measurement formula. So like that, in order to compare one image with another image, if you compare by image, it takes a lot of time. So for that purpose, you have to take the features from one image, the features from another image, and you have to compare these two features, and these two features are compared with a distance measurement. And if the distance measurement value is less, we can say that both the images are very similar. Very similar. So like that, the images are compared. And now in this image retrieval process, one image, as I told you, in the database there are 100 images are there. I am going to give one image as a query, and I will ask the algorithm to retrieve the similar images. Suppose in the database, let us assume that there are 20 similar images are there, but our algorithm retrieved only 10 images. Similar to query image, there are 20 images are there in the database, but our algorithm is retrieving only 10 images. So that means the efficiency of the algorithm is less. If that algorithm retrieves 20 images, then the efficiency of the algorithm is very good, and that can be calculated by using some recall. One keyword is there in this concept, recall. Recall means recall equal to the relevant images retrieved divided by the total number of relevant images in the database. Suppose there are 20 relevant images are there in the database, only 10 are retrieved. 10 by 20, 1 by 2 means 50%. So its performance is only 50%. So the efficiency of the algorithm depends upon its performance value. Performance value is 50% means the algorithm designed to retrieve images is not a very good algorithm. Then based on that, we have to go on modifying the algorithm to reach 70 to 80% of accuracy or retrieval rate. That means if 20 relevant images are there in the database, if we are able to get 15 relevant images by using the algorithm, then it's a very good search engine. It becomes a very good search engine. So like that, the image retrieval system works based on two steps. One is retrieval of extraction of features, then comparison of features, and the extraction of relevant images. So like that, this search engine, it is having a great application. Suppose in the aerodromes, in the where it is Vimanasrayam airport, in the airport, all the passengers after getting down, they have to pass through one room. In that room, one camera is there, and the famous thieves and criminals, all their photos are stored in that camera, and the persons who are coming out from the aeroplane, all persons will pass through that room, and in that room that camera will take the photograph, and that photograph is immediately compared with the database photos. So if any criminal is there, immediately siren will come out. So this concept, this image retrieval concept is at present the people in the aerodromes they are using, and in order to find out the criminals, in order to find out the great robbers, all these things. But here the important requirement is the database. It is playing a main role. You have to store all those persons' photographs in that database. Then you have to give one image as a query. Then the search engine will search and give if the matching is there, immediately the siren will come out. So like that, in the image processing concept is used here. Image processing means processing of an image by using a digital computer. Image processing means processing of an image by a digital computer. And again, then how can you acquire an image? Image can be acquired by using a camera. And the image processing concept was invented in order to improve the quality of the image. And again, why should we improve the quality of the image? And everybody wants to see the color photo and with beautiful clarity, with very good brightness, contrast and color. But what happens while acquiring the image? To acquire an image, we are using cameras. Due to misalignment of camera, due to dust on the camera lens, due to movement of the camera, or due to movement of the object, what happens is the image photograph, that photograph is not a perfect photo. It includes some noise, some dull picture may come, and some color content may be less. All these things will happen because of all these effects, that is dust particles, misalignment and movement of the camera or movement of the object. But in the image processing, there are a lot of concepts are there to improve the quality of an image. To improve the quality of an image is nothing but to improve the brightness, to improve the contrast, to improve the color, to remove the noise. So by doing all these things, we can convert a less quality image into a good quality image. And another thing is, the very important point we have to discuss is why we are taking images, why we are taking photos from the camera. What for we are taking the photos? To show our culture to the future generations. To show our culture to the future generations. Is it not? But in olden days, there is no cameras are not there. At that time, what they are doing? They are using painters, they are using sculptures, is it not? But if you paint any image, then it will not be exactly similar to that. Or paintings may be damaged. Or if you use a sculpture, that means by using a chisel, all these things, they will prepare some rocks, they will convert into statues. And they also, for the atmosphere reasons, what happens is their color will be disturbed, and after some time some breaks will come into that. And even in olden days, while war is going on, the king used to take the painter into the war. Why? If there is any winning moment is there, the painter has to see and to draw that. That is the situation is there. But the images developed by using those techniques, they are not permanent. But nowadays, this image processing technology is there, and you take a camera and acquire an image. Even that image is not having the good quality, you have many techniques to convert that less quality image into good quality image. And even suppose if image, a part of the image is we lost a part of the image, for example, that means some image, some photograph is there. In that photograph, this hand part is not there. By using this side photograph, you can develop that also. This is called the degradation process is also there. So like that, digital image processing is a concept. It was developed by a mathematician, but nowadays in all engineering fields, these digital image concepts are entered. And even in the mechanical engineering, in order to find out the breaks in the iron rod, the bubbles in the iron rod, these image processing techniques are used. Or in the medical, CT scan, computerized tomography, to find out the blood clots. CT scan is nothing but totally this image processing technology we are using. And in order to find out, suppose if there is any break in the bones, and image processing technology can be used to find out the breaks, or if any tumor is there inside our body, then it is possible to find out. So like that, this image processing concept, it has entered into all branches of engineering. It has a lot of significance, and many projects are going on, many research projects are also going on in this. That's why, and this image processing concept was developed by a mathematician, and it is very easy to understand by any branch faculty members or any student also. And it is very, very essential to know about something about this image processing techniques. So at the end, I will tell you, one picture is worth more than 1,000 words. Based on this concept, this image processing subject was developed. One image is worth more than 1,000 words. So you can see one image, and by seeing that image, you can write 2 pages of text. 2 pages of text you can write. So that's why one image is worth more than 10,000 words, and it has a lot of significance to study about this digital image processing. And I will continue the another applications in the next seminar. Okay.
Thank you very much, sir, for educating us on digital image processing. Sorry to correct you. You used word famous criminals. Famous is used only for positive sense, in the positive sense. Notorious. in negative sense. Thank you very much, sir. Let us appreciate Professor PVN Reddy garu with a great applause. Thank you, sir.